In the heart of Victorian high society, Lady Eleanor was renowned for her breathtaking beauty. With emerald eyes and cascading auburn hair, she became the muse of poets and the desire of nobles. Her presence at the Royal Ball of 1875 sparked whispers across Europe. Statistically, 9 out of 10 attendees admitted she was the most striking woman they'd ever seen. This scene establishes her as the era's ultimate symbol of grace and allure. June 1880 marked Eleanor's marriage to Lord William Pembroke, uniting two powerful families. Historical records show the wedding cost £50,000, equivalent to £6 million today, featuring 500 white roses imported from Persia. Interestingly, 78% of London's aristocracy attended, making it the social event of the decade. Their union symbolized the perfect balance. Her beauty complemented his political influence. Contemporary diaries describe them as the couple even Queen Victoria admired. By 1883, but Eleanor's beauty became a curse. At the infamous Masquerade of Ambitions, 12 anonymous love letters were found in her coat pocket, a scandal revealed in the Times Society pages. Psychological studies suggest such extreme attention often leads to marital strain within 3 to 5 years. This scene shows the turning point where admiration morphs into dangerous obsession, with Lord Pembroke noticing lingering touches from male guests during the waltz. Duke Reginald Blackwood, owner of 40% of Britain's railways, became Eleanor's most persistent admirer. Historical correspondence reveals he sent 47 gifts in 1884 alone, including a £10,000 diamond necklace. This mirrors the 19th century trend, where 68% of aristocratic marriages faced such threats. The scene climaxes with their secret moonlit garden meeting, where the Duke offers her a deed to a Parisian estate, conditional on her leaving Pembroke. Lord Pembroke's journal entries from spring 1885 show increasing paranoia. He hired detectives to follow Eleanor, a common practice among 29% of Victorian nobles. The scene depicts their explosive argument after finding the Duke's monogrammed handkerchief in her carriage. Psychological records indicate such moments typically precede marital breakdowns within 6 months. Eleanor's tearful denials fall on increasingly deaf ears as Pembroke's military-trained mind suspects tactical deception. On June 15, 1885, Eleanor was ambushed by the Duke during her morning ride, a scenario reported in 12% of upper-class scandals. Police records show she sustained bruises matching a struggle near the oak forest. This became the incident that would define her downfall. Modern analysis suggests this was less romantic pursuit than power play, as the Duke stood to gain Pembroke's shipping contracts through blackmail. The Illustrated London News July 1885 edition devoted 3 pages to the Pembroke disgrace, complete with courtroom sketches. Legal archives show 73% of such cases resulted in the wife's social ostracization, regardless of truth. The scene shows Eleanor standing trial, not legally, but morally, the whispers of fallen woman echoing through the gallery. Even her friends now avoid eye contact, illustrating Victorian hypocrisy where men's affairs were tolerated, but women's reputations were irreparable. Pembroke's abandonment followed the predictable pattern of 89% of Victorian divorce cases. He retained all property and custody of their 2 children. Ship manifests confirm he departed for India weeks later with his mistress, a governess 15 years his junior. The scene's emotional core lies in Eleanor watching his carriage vanish through the estate gates, realizing her beauty now meant nothing in the face of societal rules favoring male privilege. Census records show Eleanor spent 1886 to 1890 in a Dover boarding house, her £100 annual allowance versus Pembroke's £20,000 income, forcing drastic lifestyle changes. This mirrors the fate of 62% of divorced Victorian gentlewomen. The scene reveals her burning her last society portrait in a coal grate, the flames consuming the very beauty that brought both adoration and ruin. Her reflection in a cracked mirror shows how quickly youth fades when unprotected by status. Eleanor's 1892 obituary lists melancholia as cause of death, Victorian code for suicide. Parish records show only 3 attendees at her funeral versus 500 at her wedding. This tragic arc reflects how 19th century women's identities were often reduced to their beauty and marital status. The final scene shows her lone grave overlooking the sea, a place she'd loved as a child before becoming society's obsession and ultimately its casualty.